Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeff, and we just finished up with Master Chat, and holy cow, was it awesome! We were trending again nationwide in the top 15 for the majority of the chat. We actually hit, I think, 11 or 12 at one point over the Jersey Shore family vacation chat or
Wow.
tag,
Oh yeah.
and over the congressional baseball game hashtag. So Congressman and Jersey Shore in your face. Allyson Apsey here, right?
They
So I
got
got
nothing on us.
That's right.
I have the amazing Tiffany on with me, who hustled home from Southwest Ohio
I
through
did.
the traffic jam in Columbus to get in the Master Chat like just in time.
Yep.
She's here. She's still in her polo from the training that she ran the last 2 days. So awesome to have you, Tiff, getting here on time, and Allyson. Absolutely, thank you so much for moderating. It was fantastic chat, a lot of fun. I'm excited to get into it now. I've got to ask really quick. I'm going to go to Allyson first. Tiff, how was the chat?
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was really awesome. One of these days people are going to just get sick of hearing me say that because I just say it all the time. But I never get tired of it. I never get tired of having those moments of connection with educators from around the world. It is the highlight of my week, hands
So,
down.
Allyson, if you haven't watched us on Facebook Live afterwards a lot, Tiffany always says that it was awesome.
Oh,
So that's why we do that. It's just become sort
And
of
it's
a thing.
true. It's true
It is
every
true.
time.
We love Thursdays.
It is.
We always say during the year we love Thursdays because here's all these educators who have put in a full day's worth of work dealing with who knows what, and then they still want to get on and take an hour or more of their time to grow themselves. And now we're in summer, so we have all these people who are supposed to have their summer break going on, right? And they're not even a week or 2 weeks into it, and they're jumping back in Twitter chats and learning. We were at conferences all week, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people at that. I mean, it's just awesome. That's why my one answer, and Allyson quoted me back, my fun word of awesomer. So Allyson, let me flip it to you now and say, so how are you feeling after the chat tonight? Like, what's going through your mind? Are your fingers on fire? Or
I'm a little sweaty. It was amazing. I was not. Twitter thought I was a robot because I was tweeting so much more than I normally do. But it was so fun to, like you said, to see these educators who it's Thursday evening, Friday Eve, and they're supposed to be on summer break, yet they're talking about their own learning, and what a gift to their students. It's amazing.
Yeah, really, really cool. Were there any is there anything that's sticking in your head right now, like an answer that popped out that really just like got you excited, or maybe one that made you laugh, or even one that confused you possibly?
Yeah, so one that made me laugh, someone tweeted that their motivation for learning new things is money. And I was wondering what the rest of that tweet was going to be, but it's to not spend money on things that they think they should be able to do themselves. So I laughed after reading that.
Because your first thought didn't go there, right?
No.
Your first thought was like, what?
Right.
Right.
Money failing at things.
So we had a comment. I don't know what's going on. The comments aren't popping up. It's not letting me like pop them up like I normally do. But and I'm gonna mess your name up. I apologize. But Abraida, I believe her name is. She said that she wakes up so early in the morning. So she's obviously somewhere else. Where are you at? If you can hear me, comment. Let us know where you're at. That's awesome.
I think she's from India. I think she
so
joins
too.
us
I think I remember.
regularly from India.
I know we've seen her before, but I can't remember which one. I think you're right. Jeff Kaplan said, I know I say this all the time, but holy poop emoji, that was awesome. we love Jeff down there in Georgia. So Bess Bellamy jumping in saying, hey Tiff, thanks so much for today. Bess was at the training today. I heard you did awesome, Bess, so that's awesome. Awesome, more awesome. So Tiff, was there an answer or anything that jumped out at you that got you going? Or I mean, it was probably like 50, but like, can you pick one?
Yeah, I did my little screenshot routine, right? So I screenshot the ones that I want to remember. And Tammy's the teacher that teaches in Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah.
Right? And so I don't remember which question it was for, but at one point she said her being an English speaker in Mexico helps her understand her students who are trying to learn English. Right? So like her learning a second language helps her relate to the students she has who are learning a second language.
Gotcha. Yeah,
and
that's
like
awesome
that,
thing.
that was just really cool. What an experience that so few of us have, and what an amazing gift that is, that she can then reach students that way. And I told her, like, I want to hear more about that. So she and I are going to connect off Twitter sometime. And I just want to hear her story and know, like, okay, so what did that change for you? How can we share that story and what you've learned with the rest of the world, and help other teachers who don't have that experience of, you know, being an American teaching in Mexico.
That's awesome.
So that was really
Aparita, and I hope I'm saying her name. Right, she is in India. She says she joins up regularly. I know we see her all the time. She's in Delhi, India.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. You're amazing. That's really cool. That makes me very happy.
We chose a really good time because everybody, like, in like India and Australia, because we get a lot of people from Australia too who come in the chat. Like, it's their morning wake up and it's our
you're right.
bed wind down.
That does work out well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Did you see Allyson? I don't think I saw what did you end up going with for what you want to learn this summer? I don't think I saw it.
Golf.
That feed gets some of it. Golf?
Nice.
Have you never played golf? Is that what it is?
No, I've been playing golf since I was a child.
You just want to learn how to play it better, okay?
Stink at it still, and I
Me
think
too.
it's about time to not stink at it anymore.
I should really I should put that on mine because I'm horrible at golf. Like, I go and I like it, but I'm really not good at it. I don't know if you saw what I ended up going with.
No, what was it?
I said ballet.
Oh,
because my daughter just got into it and she loves it. And I was just like watching her first recital last week. And I was thinking to myself, like, I'd like to learn it for the reason of being able to talk with her about it and help her learn it. So she's 3, she's gonna be 4 soon. So I'll do it. And then I ended, of course, that because we, let's face it, I'd look great in tights too. But but that's where I'm going. I'm thinking I need to put golf on there too. There's a whole bunch of things I need to learn.
Well, and I love so much the way that you connected us learning new things and what impact that has on our students, right? Like, because yes, we could learn a ton of new things about education, and that's super powerful, but also the experience of us learning something that we're not really good at, right? Something that we may struggle with, and how that experience impacts our students. And it brings up something that we talk about all the time in these chats, if not every week, every other week, right? And that's growth mindset. Mm-hmm. And how if we want to cultivate that kind of mindset in our students, we have to be able to experience that kind of mindset too. And so sharing those struggles, like if someday I get my hand on a potter's wheel, because that was my answer. I really want to learn how to throw pottery, right?
Oh, cool.
And I know the first time I do it, it's going to be awful. But what if I took that terrible pot that I threw on the potter's wheel, fired it, and brought it into class, had it sitting on my desk? And I was like, this was me learning. And this is how awful it was, right? So that us learning, modeling that growth mindset for our students, super powerful.
Yeah,
super powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jeff Kaplan says we got to see Jeff in a tutu sometime.
Make that happen, Jeff.
Bess Bellamy says, yes, exclamation point. I learned so much. I can't even wait for the new school year. And we just hit summer break. That's what I love. Like, we saw that at Summer Spark at I Teach Tech. Like, all these teachers, like, you're just on the summer break, and they're like itching to get back to it already. And like, to that to me that's why I said that was the thing that I learned new, was like, teachers are even more awesomer than I thought they were. Like,
I know, it makes me want to cry.
It's really cool. It's a really neat thing to see that. And we have in this chat, we have teachers that range from, 15, 20 years experience to teachers like Susan, who are just got her first job, like heading in and stuff like that. Like, and I know we have a few that are still pre-service, I think too. So to see that, like, from the newbies all the way up to the veterans, like, still excited. That's really cool. Makes me really proud of what we built with that. So yeah, it really is.
It is so inspiring, and it gives me such hope. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on one of our live videos, but I talk about it a lot with like you, Jeff, and Chad. And what's happening in education is this really cool. It almost feels like a grassroots revolution, right? It's these teachers who are like, there's better out there, there's more out there, and I can be more for my students. Mm-hmm. And there's teachers that are just like, they're like little magnets that are kind of coalescing into this amazing group of educators that we have on Twitter, or that we have in these online communities. And like, I'm sitting back here. I'm like, dude, it's going to explode. It's going to explode and it's going to be awesome. And like, my gosh, the kind of educational experiences we can design for our students are, I really love what I do. I mean, I just really do, because it's just such an amazing time to be an educator. I love it. And then I'm going to talk more because I always talk. Sorry, I'll be quiet soon. I'm awful. I know. So Susan posted something, and I'm sure you guys saw this, and if you didn't, it was awesome. But she said, oh, I'm terrible with remembering things, but something along the lines of like how this Mastery Chat community has embraced her as a pre-service teacher, and that now she's going forward into her first year as a teacher, and she feels like these warm hugs. She didn't use this phrase, but I'm using it for her. These like warm hugs of other educators just supporting her and building her up, and just, I got all the feels. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, she said that, and that's really cool. And like, we're all like, I've never met Susan in person. Ray has, because they're both in Illinois, but we haven't. But it's like, I feel like invested in her career at this point.
I know.
Like, I know. I'm just waiting to see all the awesome pictures and stuff like that. Jeff said that he's already started acquiring alternative seating for this year. Now my wife and I can't park in the garage. He also says it's so obvious you all love what you do. Such an inspiration to all of us. Incorrect, Jeff. You are the inspiration to us. Absolutely, every week, because then I get to do a Jeff gif during chat, and for no other reason. So Beth says she was a lost puppy when I was a green teacher. I wish I had this then. It really is. It's a really cool thing. Oh no, we lost her. Where'd she go?
She was adjusting something. She must have hit a button wrong.
I think she hit a button. We'll get her back.
I was just about to say, maybe it's because I was talking too much and I wasn't letting her talk. Okay, when she comes back, Tiffany,
so Allyson, did you leave because Tiffany's talking too much? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Well,
okay, mom's the word now, Tiffany. No more talking. Allyson.
So, like, when I invite her, I said, "Hey, Allyson, you want to come on Facebook Live for us so we can listen to Tiff?" She's like, "Do I have to talk?" I said, "No, don't worry, I got you." Like, and she's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like, I don't know why she's wrong. So,
no, that's hilarious. I could tell, like, the minute my son and my husband came into the house, because then they started eating all the internet up.
Yeah.
I asked them to give me a few minutes.
Well, that's nice of them there. Yeah. So I want to flip it really quick and do some a plug-in of your book. We talked about it earlier a little bit. Tiffany and I were talking about it before you got on, before we came on live too. How it's in my shopping cart, and I'm pretty sure it's probably already in Tiff's now because she was talking about she needs to get to it as well. We talked about it earlier, but can you give me another just glimpse into the book? You can repeat what you said earlier. That's okay, because we get different audiences usually. Okay. Can you give us just an idea? Like, so the book's called The Path to Serendipity. Yes. Give us like the 1,000-foot view. What's the book all about?
So here it is.
Oh, it's right there.
How cool is that to hold your book? I mean, that's got to be so cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the path to serendipity, the idea, the big idea is that if we embrace everything that we go through in our lives and look for like the beautiful lessons and treasures that are embedded in like the most mundane things, in the biggest challenges we face, in the greatest joys, like the joys we feel like we don't even deserve. If we can look for the treasures that are embedded in each of those experiences, it really helps us live a richer life. And if we're living a richer life, then we're able to better help those around us be their best selves also. So that's the big idea of the path to serendipity.
That might have to move to the top of my book list.
Yeah. See, I love that.
No, that sounds so inspiring. So I'm curious, Allyson, what made you want to write this book? Like what took you, because I'm sure you've had this kind of philosophy about life for a while. What is it that made you say, you know what, I'm going to put these into words on a page and spread the word?
Yeah, so I actually started writing another book, which I will finish at some point. But I just, it wasn't like, I wasn't feeling it at the time. And I was having conversation with people I love, and they said, just write like what's in your heart, like what you talk about all the time. And I just started writing the lessons that I've learned through my life that like I need to remember every single day. And as I was writing it, and I thought, you know, if this is just for my sons, they're 11 and 16. If I just produce this and publish it myself and give them copies to give to their children, that's enough. And I actually sent it in. So I just am connected with Dave Burgess through social media, and I sent it to him in a message on Twitter, like a direct message on Twitter, just a link to a Google Doc, and said, hey, you know, if I'd love your feedback on this. I didn't say, would you publish it or anything like that. And I didn't know, but his wife, Shelley, had gone, like a few weeks later, his wife, Shelley, was going on a retreat to read manuscripts. And I'm not sure what the cause was, but at one point in that weekend, Dave sent over my Google Doc to Shelley, and Shelley loved it. And like emailed me that day and said, we want to publish it. And I was like falling out of my chair. Amazing. And like to be able to write like within my heart and like put all of myself into a book. And then now I get to talk about the ideas and write even more about the ideas. You know, it's a blessing for sure.
You get to speak your truth, right? And in speaking your truth, you get to help others find and speak their truth.
Yes. Yes.
Very cool. And Tiffany, I don't know if you know or not, but we also published a blog today on our site by Allyson as well.
I haven't even like been anywhere except the training today. So now I'm gonna like right after this. I know. I'm gonna go like click the buy and then go to the blog and read it all and share it, because like the way you just explained why you wanted to write the book and where it came from is such a place of passion and hope, right? And what more do our students need from us in this world than passion and hope? And so the fact that you take those and you connect it to education and how us finding those moments in our life and embracing those moments of learning can transform what we do with our students. So just love. Awesome.
Aww.
Awesome.
I think I need you to be like an infomercial for the
I'm pretty sure you found your marketing right there.
That was amazing.
She hasn't even read it. Like, wait till she reads it. I think this is going to be a walking billboard.
I just
love it.
There's nothing better for me than finding people who are just boldly going forth and saying, this is how I'm going to change the world, right? Like this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to move on. I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to tell a story. And that's what we need. That's what this grassroots movement is all about in education. Yes. That's it. That's it.
So agree.
So if you want to use this video clip for marketing purposes, that's fine. But maybe let me re-record it when I'm not like coming off of a 12-hour day. I mean, I'm just saying.
So awesome. What was the original book, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it's going to be written, and I'm not sure in what context, but another passion of mine is, as a principal, I feel like my number one job is to be a champion for my teachers. And if I am a champion for my teachers, then in turn, they can champion their students. You know, when we talk about being trauma-informed and trauma-sensitive, we cannot dismiss that our staff members have been through trauma. I mean, sometimes they're going through trauma during the school day. Yeah. And if they're not able to feel safe at school and feel like they can take risks and that they can love on each other, then I'm not doing my job, because how can then they support students? So that being a champion for teachers, that book is going to happen. And some of it is embedded into the Paths of Serendipity, because I can't separate the two, but that's the other book. And then the book I'm actually writing this summer is about the fact that being trauma sensitive is actually being people sensitive. That the strategies and supports that we can use to help people who have been through trauma actually help every single person we encounter, because every single person has a story. Like you can't go down the street and think like, like I wonder if you've been through trauma, how should I treat you? Like we have to treat everyone as if they've been through some stuff in their lives. And, you know, I would hope that they would do the same for us.
Everyone has a hard thing, right?
Yes.
Everyone has a hard thing. Absolutely. You know, something you said just then reminded me of a conversation that Chad and I had at the training today. You said that like your teachers need to feel safe just the way students need to feel safe, right? They need to be able to take risks just the way students need to be able to take risks. And we were just talking, Chad and I, about all the things that the way we approach working with teachers and the way that we have those conversations with teachers is the same way that we ask teachers to have those conversations with students. And sometimes in professional development, that doesn't always happen, but these adults, they're students in a different, age bracket, right? They're still human beings. They still learn in a certain way, and they have to feel safe to learn. And they, you know what I mean? So great connection there.
Yeah.
Jeff Kaplan wants to know if he can just clone you and have you be the principal at his school.
Tiffany or me?
You.
Well, I'm sure he'd probably take either one, but he was referring to you. And Bess Bellamy said, yes, Allyson, I can't imagine not having admin who are champions for me in my good days and bad days, because Bess has some awesome admins down there. So
yeah, we were talking about it today.
Yeah, I love that. It's such a cool connection there.
And I've had the whole range. I've had some really, really fabulous admins and some that were okay. So it's powerful to have someone who believes in you and lets you take those risks.
Yes. The visual I have in my head, I use a Jammy Pack. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Jammy Pack. So it's like a fanny pack, but it has speakers in it.
Okay.
Jammy Pack. It's like
gotcha.
Like jam. Yeah. So this is a really interesting visual. Okay.
I could send you a video.
Okay. Yeah. Do that.
You might need to.
So I wear that in the rotunda in the morning at school on some mornings and greet the students. Every one of my students passes through the rotunda in the morning. So I'm able to greet every single one of my students, and there's hugs and cheers and high fives and dancing. So as a principal, I need to greet my teachers with the same enthusiasm and excitement as I greet students. So to hold myself up, not just to, I think that's beyond being a champion for teachers. That's, treating them in the same way that we treat our students.
Yeah.
And honestly, as a principal, I feel like I have no business in that rotunda dancing with students if I'm not going to do that for teachers too.
That's an awesome way to look at it. Yeah.
Where are you a principal?
In Zeeland, Michigan.
Zeeland, Michigan.
Yes. It's halfway between Grand Rapids and the Lakeshore. I have an amazing school and amazing staff.
Yeah. Sounds really neat. But I do want a video of the Jammy Pack.
Yeah, I think we're going to need video of that, Allyson.
It's coming.
Awesome.
I'll post in the comments of this video or something.
Yeah, there
Perfect.
you go. I think everyone would really much appreciate that. Yeah. So I want to touch really quick. We had a comment from Susan about how the Mastery Chat has, given her that support she needs going into the first year. So next week, we're actually kind of talking about that. We're talking about the power of your PLN. And the power
That's
of
right.
network.
We are.
And we have an extremely special guest moderator.
Oh. In a tutu?
That guy.
And I'm not going to get away. I may or may not be in a tutu. Unfortunately for everyone, I don't, usually go live during the Master Chat, and you don't see below. So I might have a tutu on right now. You don't know.
Might. I'm really excited about this, Jeff, because I mean, so much of our last year, because Mastery Chat's a year old.
Yeah,
it's a wee little baby, right? And so much of it has been about building this massive PLN of like-minded educators willing to challenge themselves, and this chat about what your PLN has done for you and what you've learned. I'm excited. It's gonna be great.
And I've just always been a huge, I don't come from quite the same background as everyone else in here, but I work with a lot of teachers now, and completely embrace it. But it's the world of business and everything. You have PLNs there, and your network is so important to you. And as someone who started a lot of businesses, having that support structure in place is crucial. And it's the same exact thing when you're a teacher, possibly even more so. Having that support system and different people in different roles to support you as you're whether you're going in your first year, your 5th year, your 15th, or your 25th, it doesn't matter. You have those challenges that you're facing at the beginning of the year, end of the year, and then every day throughout the year, and they change, and you hit things that you never thought you were going to run into, or things that you were warned about, thought you knew, and then realized you had no idea how to handle. And having that support system to fall back on or run to or cry to, like, that's just, it's huge. So I'm excited about that chat. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially since, it's our PLN talking about the PLN and stuff. So
it's very meta,
it's going to be a good time.
Very, Inception.
Yeah.
We should make images for the chat next week. Have like some kind of Inception theme. Did Amber already make them? She probably
Amber, I think she already made them.
Darn.
I mean, I could tell her that, but she's probably not going to be happy with you. So we'll see how that goes.
She's probably watching this right now, saying, "Tiffany."
No. She's slacking me right now, telling me to tell Tiffany to be quiet. I do want to really quick, guys, make sure you go check out Allyson's website. It's up there on the screen, AllysonApsey.com. Go get the book. It's on Amazon. Where else could they get it? Is Amazon the best place to go?
Yeah, they could go to my website and I'll send them a signed copy
if they want to. There you go. Go to the website and get the signed copy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that out of my Amazon cart now.
I was going to say, get that
over there
and buy that and get the signed copy. That's really cool.
You better get your pen ready.
I think that's Amber that just posted as a good method. Ha ha ha. That's most likely going to you, Tiff. So anyway,
great idea.
So guys, if you can't go buy the book, go say hi to Allyson, follow her on Twitter. Thank her for an awesome chat. I really appreciate you coming on with me earlier today and chatting before the chat, and then running an awesome chat where we were trending in the United States pretty much the entire time, top 15. So that's awesome. And I think, everyone got a lot out of it based on the comments we saw. My favorite part is going back after this. And for like the next half hour, I read all the tweets of people saying, I needed this week. This got me excited. This got me inspired. Like, that's like my favorite part, to see like the impact that the chat has on people. So that's really cool. And Tiffany, thank you as always, of course, for just being
for my awesomeness.
Awesome. Being awesomeness.
my nonstop talking, dominating the conversation.
Nonstop talking, yes.
Allison, it was really nice to meet you. Maybe someday we'll meet in person.
That would be great. And thank you for this opportunity, and how cool to see this community that you've built. So I'll join in next week as a participant.
Nice.
Yeah, once you're in the Mastery Chat family, you can never escape. You're just ours forever. So, And
then and then when the other books come out, when you get done with the other ones, we'll come back on. We'll have you come on. We'll do like another one that's based around the books, and we'll do live again, and it'll be great.
Okay,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Good. She's in. We got her now, Tiff.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'll send over a contract that you can't get out. No. So we'll be back here next week, guys, 8 p.m. Eastern time, like always. We'll be on live here just before the chat, and of course after the chat. And we will be talking about the power of your PLN. If anybody's going to be in Indiana,
that's where we are this week.
Richmond, Indiana, next week. I had to double check that. Tiffany and I are going to be at the We Are Richmond e-learning expo. It's the 7th year of that. That's in Richmond, Indiana. And
Wednesday. Yep.
We're going to be there. We're both speaking, and we got a table, so we're going to be throwing stress balls out and pens and giving away a Kindle Fire.
Lots of stuff.
It's a lot of fun stuff.
Come see us.
So we'll be there. So that'll be great, and then we'll be here on Master Chat then. So thank you again, Allyson, and we will see all you guys next week. See you on Twitter.